We do have some movement in the pit lane. We are ready for the B final in the senior road tax. Again, 14 drivers, top 3, qualify for the A final and qualify for a chance to get their hands on that LC plate. It is Arminas Zabarovskis off the pole position, Alexander Campbell alongside Ugne Zibdinati, I think I got that right, sorry Ugne again in P3. Bailey Waters is 4th. Mark Sayers is 5th with Bo Sullivan P6. Chloe Kunyasic is 7th with Finley George P8. Matthew Kendall 9th. Rudy Kemp rounds out the top 10. Mikey Theo 11th. Angad Singh is 12th. William Smith is 13th. And Kai Veach is in P14. Let's see if we can get this going. First time of asking as the drivers make their way into formation. I only see 10 out there, so we're missing a couple, definitely. Yep, so we're definitely missing a couple, but we're going to go racing anyway, waiting for the red lights, and we are getting a false start. So we'll be going around again. Didn't even get the red lights. Oh, is that because somebody's stopped or we're waiting in the pit lane? There is a, I don't know. We're just going to go again. I'm sure it'll be fine. These guys know what they're doing. Maybe it was just a practice start. But yeah, we're definitely missing a few drivers. I'm only seeing 10 out there. Last driver I can see on the grid is the 74 of Mikey Theo. He's supposed to be starting P11. I can see the 14 of Chloe Kunjasic. 42 is there. That's Rudy Kemp, who's 10th. Yeah, we're missing a few people, unfortunately, but we'll just have to make do with 10 instead of 14, I'm sure. Regardless, we're going to have a great race.
I can tell you we're missing Matthew Kendall, Angad Singh, William Smith and Kai Veach is who we're missing. So 4 of the 14 are not starting this race, which is sad for us as neutrals. We want more out there battling for these top 3 places, but it's better for the drivers involved, less drivers to fight for the top 3. They're not going to be fighting this time though, yet again, chevron flag. Like I said, in the juniors, it's kind of understandable. It's drivers leading a train to the start lights who are likely to not have done it too often now that they're down in the B final. So understandably so, it might take a couple of extra tries, but we just need the 2 on the front row, Zabarovskis and Campbell, to keep it nice and slow out that final corner and work their way through in 2x2 formations. Well then, there's only 10 drivers starting this one, so 7 out of the 10 won't make it through. 30% of the drivers out there will make it through to the A final, and we're coming to a stop then. A bit more re-education down the back straight for our senior drivers, as they're just getting a talking to of how to best get this start done and dusted. It won't be long until we go to 8 minutes plus 1 lap of B final action yet again here from the 2025 London Cup, and who will make it through to the A final? That's the big question at the moment in this one. Of course, it was shown that if you had a good start, as dear, Chloe Kunjasic not getting away, or she has got away, thank goodness. I thought that we might be down to 9 drivers once all was said and done, but no, she does get going, and hopefully this is the race start we've been waiting for.
Well, fingers crossed, they've had their re-education. Let's see if we can actually get things going as the sun begins to set here at Rye House. The marshal gives them the keep it slow and steady, and the lights do go green, and we go racing in the senior road tax B final. Looking to the inside there is the 71-year-old pole sitter. Zabarovskis will not inherit the lead. Alexander Campbell is stronger through Reg's elbow with the inside into the first hairpin, and will take that lead position. Bit of a nudge there for Zabarovskis from behind. Looks like he's struggling getting traction out of corners here early door, but as they push their way around through pylon into complex Nivelle for the opening time. Again, 8 minutes and 1 lap this race. Top 3 go through to the A final. It will be Alexander Campbell that leads the opening lap from Zabarovskis. Mark Sayers, though, what a start the 17 has had. He's up to 3rd place as this move's being made everywhere you look out there.
Indeed, yeah, good start from the drivers at the front. We're side by side for 2nd place now. Mark Sayers down the inside for P2, and more action in behind as well. That was the 19 getting on by as well. That's Bailey Waters through, but immediately, I was going to say immediately under pressure. No, he's immediately trying again to get more places. Up into 3rd place he goes. And was that relegating Mark Sayers then down? It's all getting rather close up near the sharp end of the order as they come through to the end of lap number 1. Don't forget, only the top 3 getting through into the A final later on this afternoon. So no, It's Sayers up into second, Waters up into third. It was Ugne who lost out on that loss, down into fourth place. He's dropped out of contention for the A final, and now the 39's a bit of a cork in the bottle here. Sullivan down the inside, contact, nearly up and over the back there, goes to 71 of Zabrauskas. That was a close one for him. Sullivan into the back, big calamities down at hairpin number 1, and again, that's reshuffled the order, but mainly that was in the battle for fourth place. Now the top 3 have scampered off. Even if they start battling themselves, at the moment, they'll all get through. So really, what they need to do is check out their shoulder, realise, oh, there's a massive gap back to fourth place. Let's not bother battling. It's going to be the difference between one grid slot on the A final. It's not going to matter. But either way, drivers want to win races. Let's wait and see. Do the elbows come out between the top 3 and we get these 3 back involved again late down the inside at the first hairpin? Thankfully, this time, no contact, though, between the 2 of them.
I think Zabrauskas may have damage as a result of that. He's in P9 and really struggling out on the racetrack, make that P10. I think the pole sitter is effectively down and out of this race. I think something is broken on that go-kart. The top 3, though, continuing to bolt away. Campbell, Sawyers and Waters separated by only 0.2 of a second at the line, as there is action further back as well. There is Chloe looking to the inside and getting up into fourth place ahead of Ugne. Nice move there from the 14 on the 39. And there is a move for second place now. Late on the brakes goes Bailey Waters, but the 19 finds his way through on the 17, I believe that is. No, yes. So nice move there, gets it done and moves on through. Or no, this is in fact a different battle potentially. We'll figure it out as they come to the line. There we go. It is 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is. So Campbell's down. No, Campbell's down to third. So that's why I was getting confused. The 94's dropped down into third place. Sayers and Waters have gone through up into 1 and 2. So it is still the same 3 drivers in the lead pack. Just a slight shake-up on the order. So we'll keep our eyes on that one. Ugne's got back up into 4th. The 39's got through the 14th of Kajasic. And just behind her, we've got Bo Sullivan, the 22, still holding on strong. As we make it 4 minutes and 25 seconds left to go, though. A little bit of adjustments being made by the front 3, but they stay in formation.
Indeed they do, yeah. Now Chloe Kundozic looking to close into the back of Ugne Civic Donate. Let's see if these 2 swap around at all. Of course, the top 3 continuing to press on, but actually, it seems to be, well, the slowest out of the 3 of them is Alexander Campbell, but still slightly quicker than Ugne. But Chloe Kundozic faster than those 3 ahead of her, so she can clear Ugne and get through, and maybe they've got a chance of chasing down the man in 3rd place. At the moment, though, Chloe not able to find a way through. And now we look back to the leading 2. Mark Sayers under a bit of pressure here from Bailey Waters. Lovely to see Mark Sayers. It's going well for him in the B final. I won't use the words he used on his Instagram story, but didn't have the best of days yesterday, and looking to go better here today. He also then put on his next story that the B final would be carnage. Well, he's proving that right. He's got all the way through. A contact between Chloe Kundozic and Ugne. Both go wide out of hairpin number 1. Chloe Kundozic hops up in the air as she goes over the tyres of Ugne. Both of them go wide, and that now allows for Bo Sullivan to slip on through into 4th place. But the gap now between 3rd and 4th is an absolute chasm. There's no chance that's going to close up. Chloe stays in 5th place then. Ugne dropping back into battles behind him. That'll be Mikey Theo and Finley George. Well, it's all gone wrong with about 3 minutes left to go then, and we watch and wait to see whether this battle begins between Sayers and Waters.
Again, these guys, they'll want to win this race, of course, but the much more important thing is being in front gets you that extra grid position. Going into the A final gives you a better chance of a stronger finish, gives you a better chance of being a London Cup champion after 8 minutes and 1 lap in the A final. But of course, everyone wants to be the one that crosses the line first, that takes the checkered flag. No one, unfortunately, remembers who brings it home in 2nd place. Sayers still holding on at the wheel of the 17 for the time being. Bailey Waters, though, right there with him, putting all sorts of pressure onto the back of him. But it looks like the 19 staying calm, staying collected, staying cool, absorbing all of that pressure, and just happy to run his normal race. As they come through Paddock Bend, that'll be 2 minutes to go at the line before they head back into Stadium Bend. Too far back for Waters to make a move, make an attempt on a move through there. Again, I think that the 19 is relying on a mistake from Sayers. I don't think he's got enough pure pace to get through.
I think there's also potential that Bailey just decides, well, I can see how far behind everyone else is, so I know I'm through here in second place. There's no point going for some silly move that means we're both going to lose out here. We might as well just both go through to the A final and we can sort it out then. But drivers pressing on then, a minute and a half left to go. It is still Bailey Waters with the fastest lap of this race. New personal best on that last lap from Mark Sayers though, but Bailey was still a little bit faster. So clearly Bailey having slightly more pace, I think, behind Mark, but just not needing to go for a silly move. Continues to sit in behind. Well, Alexander Campbell, after leading this race for a little while ago, still in no man's land in third place, but still doing more than enough to remain there. Bo Sullivan was ever so slightly faster on the last lap, but with only a minute left to go and 5 seconds in between them, there's no chance that Sullivan is going to catch Campbell unless there's a mistake or a mechanical failure. I can't see that changing through the last part of this race. On to lap number 13 we go then, and it's still Sayers leading the way ahead of Waters, down through Regg's elbow and into hairpin one yet again. Doesn't look like there's going to be any moves being made here from Bailey Waters, thinking better of it and sitting in the wheel tracks. Like we say, Alexander Campbell in no man's land, Bo Sullivan then in no man's land all on his own, and Chloe Kunjazik all on her own in 5th place as well. We have to look all the way back to 6th place for the first battle. That is Finley George against Ugne Zivigdanete. Ugne had got past Mikey Theo on the last lap and now onto the back of Finley, so clearly some good pace underneath him for Ugne. Just sadly, what happened earlier on in the race in that squabble with Chloe has just dropped him out of contention here to get through to the A final. Time is ticking down to 0 then, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the penultimate lap of this race. When the drivers come through to end this one, they'll see the last lap board and we'll be on to the last 950 metres of racing here in the B final. But it's looked pretty sorted from early on here as to who is going through to the A final.
Yeah, I think after about halfway through this race, it was pretty obvious what the top 3 was going to be. But we still don't know what order they're going to be in, because first and second are taking it right down to the wire. One more tour to go then here at Wright House in the B final. Sayers, Waters, Campbell will be going to the A final. It's just who takes the checkered flags first. Is it the 17 of Mark Sayers? Is it the 19 of Bailey Waters through pylon and into Complex Nivelle for the final time? Does Waters have anything as they head through Paddock Bend? I don't think they do. Mark Sayers will take the checkered flag, but it is Sayers, Waters and then Campbell who book their place into the A final and book their way into the opportunity to challenge for the London Cup in 2025. It was a bit of a given after the first couple of laps. They bolted away into the distance and never looked back. But it's still a great race from the 3 of them. 3 brilliant individual drives and 3 more drivers with an opportunity to get an LC plate at the end of the day. It's Sayers, Waters and Campbell who qualify for the A final at the end of that one. Bo Sullivan was 4th, with Chloe Kunjazik was 5th, Ugne in P6, Finley George was 7th, Arminas Sabarauskas was P8 after suspected damage. 9th place was Mikey Theo, and 10th place Rudy Kemp. That is it for our B finals. That is it for the time being for the senior Rotax. We've got the 177s out next, then the junior Rotax A final, and then the senior Rotax A final, and then to wrap it all off, we'll have the